a
I,
question.
yeah,
So a lot of the things that they're stating is just basically being in gratitude as far as the nature and the air and so forth. How does that work when you're more of an introverted person? I constantly walk in that type of atmosphere as far as being in gratitude, spending time with myself, the movies, the seeking out knowledge. However, when you go into a toxic environment, I'm consciously aware to stay away from those types of stimuli. However, it seems to me that maybe a lot of my friends are wanting me to, how do I call it, participate. And they know that I'm an introvert, so it's a little bit more difficult to express myself. In fact, I rarely do. I just listen. And then once I'm done with that situation, if it was toxic, then I definitely find ways to meditate and throw away that negative energy. But how would you, I guess you could say, express yourself or work within a toxic environment, having these types of lessons that we've learned over, for myself, I would say over the past month and a half.
okay. So I guess let me share my perspective then. So being an introvert is something that typically comes in the way of being with the positive people as well as expressing ourselves openly, the way we want to express, the way we feel, expressing that. Just remember, no matter how we are, whether we are extrovert or introvert, we communicate this world with our senses. So our senses are first layer of, I would say, interconnect with the outside world that we have. And when I say that we communicate with this world with our senses, it is not just the people that we receive information from or energy from. It is also the programs that we watch on TV, the kind of people that we stay with, the kind of environment we are in. So if the situation is where an introverted person is staying with people who are negative or not contributing positively to that person's life and not creating an environment where the person can express himself or herself openly, then pretty much apart from the first thing would be to change the environment and try to go out, try to find ways where you can be happy. You can find some activity that where you are able to express yourself, not in a verbal way, but you can still express your energy out when you participate in some action as well. Even a walk in the nature itself is pretty good. Any of the physical activity is pretty good, but at times we are not able to change those environment around us. We can't change the people that we stay with. We at times cannot change anything around us. Maybe we don't have that much courage. Maybe we don't have that much influence over the surrounding around us. So in that case, the other approach is to control your emotion or your thinking within yourself, how you process that information. One person can still be in a situation, negative or positive situation, but how that person feel is entirely up to that person. And at times we all see those persons, people, and we call that this person is heartless. How can this person cannot see this guy is struggling, this guy is in pain or thing like that? That these are examples of people focusing on themselves, or they have this ability to not let other things impact them. They are so focused on their own lives, their own goals, their own manifestation, that they don't focus on other people. They don't see pain from other people's side. All they see is how they add value, what they are getting out of it. Is there something for me or not? Even though those people are not the right example, I'm not saying you become like them, but they do something that can help us, help people who are introverted, who do not have that courage, who do not have that influence to change the surrounding, which is to focus on what we want to focus on. Even though you are staying in an atmosphere which is not conducive to positive thinking or to think in a manner of improving your life, you still can control how you feel about things by working on how you process information. Meditation could be one of those exercises. There could be other things that you can do. There are things that you can take part of and still change the way you think or not get impacted by the thing. So we are talking about multiple things here. One is the multiple level of filter that we have to filter out the information that we are receiving through our senses, outside world or internally how we process the information, or we changing the surrounding or people that we hang out with. Even if we can't make 100% change, even a small change is good enough. So if you recall from the discussion we had on the basics of law of attraction, we were discussing about the energies and vibration. It is the regular practice, consistency, that trumps other things basically. No matter how strong the other things are, but if you have a regular practice of an opposing practice, this opposing practice, positive or negative, will take over sooner or later the other practice that you are going to or you're trying to get away from.
That
I'm sorry,
helps.
someone is saying something.
No, I was just saying that definitely helps. Thank you so much.
And I am not going little deeper in that because some of it we are going to cover in the presentation that I'm going to share.